Testing test. Yep. Okay. All right. It's on. This thing is on. All right. Watching another debate. Um, Doing my shower stuff and kind of juggling TV and Cash App, and I had to boot back up the computer to get the message across. Okay. Two gentlemen are arguing the One Big Beautiful Bill Act and its impacts uh, on Americans. When I turned it on, they were talking about rural hospital closings and people losing benefits on Medicare, Medicaid, all that uh, social net stuff. All right. And the argument, of course, drifts into what is accurate. Google search, Grok AI, Chat GPT, Yahoo search, or this various article. This is a left-leaning article. This is a right-leaning article. Um, and uh, well, how do you get the facts? Okay, if you Google, will rural hospitals be shut down by the One Big Beautiful Bill Act? Google's going to take algorithms and recent news articles. If you're in a habit of reading left-leaning, it's going to hit CNN and MSNBC and stuff like that. If you're more right-leaning and you watch stuff, it knows your habit. So it's going to lean towards the stuff that you watch and read on your internet. And you're going to get a slanted opinion based on those articles. Let's face it, whether you're lefty, whether you're a righty, whether you're a middle guy, the articles that you read are, there's a lot of opinion in it. So it's hard to tell. You can't Google it. You can't Yahoo it for an accurate answer. You can't go to foxnews.com or cnn.com or msnbc.com. You're going to get biased, slanted information. And if you go to the AIs, was it Grok, Chat GPT, you name it. A lot of the AIs out there do two things. One, they use your habits, your algorithms, and it goes off of sources that you usually like to read. Or it just goes off what is popular on the internet right now. Actually, no. Chat GPT is actually 2 or 3 years old. If you ask a general question, will HR1 result in more rural hospitals or less rural hospitals? It will go off of the opinions of news articles 2 or 3 years ago. They won't even be current. When I asked ChatGPT, who's the president of the United States here in July of 2025, it will tell me Joe Biden. It'll refer to Trump as the former president because intentionally a couple years behind. So if you want to use ChatGPT or Grok or whatever, you have to point it to that which you're asking questions about. Let me give you an example. Entire screen. Yeah, let's go entire screen. All right, share. Okay. This is what they're calling the One Big Beautiful Bill Act, otherwise known technically as HR1. Right here. This is the technical name, HR1, and this is what the Trumpansies like to call it, One Big Beautiful Bill. We have a lot of pet names for it. One Big Ugly Bill, One Big Bonehead Bill, a lot of it. Okay. Now, if you ask your AI, what's in this bill, without pointing to it, it's going to go off of opinionated articles on the interwebs. So you got to take this text. I know it's congress.gov. I know, as I tried to tell the guy, I get it. The Republicans, one-sided, are in control of this. But this isn't an opinion. This is the actual text of the bill. This is the bill that got passed into law. And it is, I think someone said 840 pages in this final version. You're going to read 840 pages? I know I'm not going to read 840 pages. Hell, I've just started scrolling down. Geez, that's going to take forever to read that. So I ain't going to read it because I'm lazy. I'm a lazy old, I don't like to read. Look at that. I'm halfway down. effective dates, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So if you want to know what this bill is, what it actually says, how it impacts people, and you're stupid and intellectually lazy like me, don't just ask your search engine or your AI what is in a bill with this name. Don't ask it, how does this impact, how does this bill name impact Americans? No. You get the link to the text, to the actual bill text, and then you open up your AI of choice. And you said, in the text found at that link, I start asking questions. So everything in this thread now that I'm asking is in reference to the text of the bill that has become law. And AI will intelligently, not biasly, explain what you're finding: Medicaid, Medicare, rural hospitals, mitigation measures, SNAP cuts, who is affected, bottom lines. Any question you have based on that text, not the Fox News story, not the CNN story, not even Snopes. You can't even trust Snopes anymore. But actually, the actual text. https://www.congress.gov/bill/119th/house-bill/1. That's the first bill. Text, the actual text of the bill. Now, you all know I am a bleeding heart liberal, and I'm anti just about anything Trump or the Republicans say. I'm taking Alex PWF side. But Alex, you're part of the problem. He's arguing with Misfit Patriot, host of TMP Uncensored on Rumble. Okay. Here, once again, we have idiots debating, and the audience is booing or yaying whichever side based on how hard they pound their chest, how much they put their toes in their square, how much they, how much bass they have in their voice, how confident do they sound. That's all bullshit. I suggested through the super chat, that these gentlemen point their AI to the link of the text of the actual bill that is now law, and ask your AI to ask questions based on that text, not based on Fox News, not based on salon.com, based on the actual text. You, AI, with faster thinking skills than I ever could have, faster reading skills. How long would it take me to read 840 pages? All right. So I put that suggestion in there. The guy who agrees with me, Alex, parentheses, PWF, he sees www.congress.gov, immediately throws that idea to the wind. Because what? Congress? Yeah, Congress is Republican. They're going to lie. They're not going to lie about what's actually in the law, because anybody can pull up the law. And if you have the time to read 840 pages and the time to look up what the words mean, you're going to hold them accountable. Well, most of us don't have that time, but we have these wonderful tools, computers, technology. We like to call them artificial intelligence. I'm not asking ChatGPT 4.040. I'm not asking for its opinion based on news articles. I'm not asking for a news article's opinion. I'm asking for analyze this text, the literal text, and tell me what this mean. Ask basic questions based on that. And my fellow leftard, Alex, you discarded that idea because you're not thinking outside the box. The Misfit Patriot, you also a right-tard. I'm sorry. These debates, I love Sarah's show. It is entertaining. I love watching debates. But why in the fuck do you debate like this? Actually pull it up. Now, my fellow leftard, he actually pulled up a news article, and right away, the Misfit Patriot discredit it because, well, that's a biased source. Any source you put up there, the other side is going to say it's a biased source. That's why you go off the actual text, not what Fox News thinks of it, not what Alex PWF thinks of it, not what the Misfit Patriot thinks of it. A higher intelligence, a faster thinking computer. I don't know what 114 times 37 plus 4 divided by 8 times 97. I don't know what that is. But if I pull out my old-fashioned AI, it's called a calculator, and I plug that in, it will tell me the answer. And that's how you use ChatGPT or Grok or Siri or whatever. Shut up, Siri. Don't do it, Siri. Stop listening to me.
Okay.
Okay. All right. You have to be specific because it only matters what buttons do you push on the calculator or what text you want your AI to follow. I get it. Not only are most news sources some kind of bias, left, right, and middle, or whatever agenda they have, but nobody on the right trusts any news site from the left, and nobody on the left trusts any news site from the right. 100% of the time, when you're having a ideological argument between left and right, and one or the other posts any article up to prove their point, they're going to say that's not a reliable source, as is the case when Alex PWF, who didn't know that I'm a fellow libtard, I'm a tree-hugging libtard, pinko commie, socialist Democrat, Trump-hating piece of shit. Oh shit! Yeah, yeah. He assumes because I'm telling him to go to congress.gov, blah, 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 /text, the actual text, he thinks I'm one of them. I'm one of them as in, I get it. There's biased sources. I'm going to end recording and review.